Welcome to the What is Stoicism podcast.
When it comes to understanding what does and doesn't depend on us in life, one of the clearest examples often used is the weather. The Stoics would remind us that the weather, like many other external circumstances, is beyond our control. If we wish to maintain our peace of mind, we should avoid harbouring strong desires for or strong aversions against any particular type of weather. It may be dry or wet, cold or warm, bright or dull. Whatever it is, we cannot change it. The same principle applies to other externals, the actions of others, the outcomes of our efforts, the news we receive each day. What truly matters is not the nature of these things, but how we respond to them. The English writer George Gissing expressed this sentiment beautifully in his 1903 work, The Private Papers of Henry Rycroft, describing a turbulent winter's day. Quote, "Of course one ought to be able to breast weather such as this of today, and to find one's pleasure in the strife with it. For the man sound in body and serene of mind, there is no such thing as bad weather. Every sky has its beauty, and storms which whip the blood do but make it pulse more vigorously. If we choose to adopt this mindset, there's no such thing as bad weather, or, by extension, bad circumstances. By seeking alternative perspectives, we can almost always find something to appreciate. Every sky, indeed, has its beauty. Being, as Gissing puts it, serene of mind, depends largely on how we direct our will. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that our will is good when we judge externals correctly, and bad when we judge them in a distorted fashion. And while we can't control what happens outside us, the judgments and reactions within us are entirely our own. Gissing likens this mental fortitude to the comfort of a well-built home on a cold day. Quote, "All the more do I prize the shelter of these good walls, the honest workmanship, which makes my doors and windows proof against the assailing blast." End quote. Yet if we're not careful, modern life often tests the strength of these internal walls. We're constantly bombarded with messages and advertisements that seek to stir desires within us, many of which are not aligned with our true needs. The late rapper Mac Miller gently warns of this in his song Colours and Shapes. They invade your minds and then fill them with nonsense, these things that a man doesn't need. Take out the love and the passion and hope, and they fill it with nothing but greed. It's not an exaggeration to say our minds are invaded daily. Rarely do we seek out the advertisements and persuasive messaging that saturate our environment. Rather, they find us, coaxing us to desire things we don't truly need. While some things we encounter may genuinely enhance our lives, it's hard to deny that most of what is marketed to us is superfluous. Material possessions are not inherently bad, but the real danger lies in losing our self-control, substituting fleeting gratification for lasting contentment. As Derren Brown observes in his book Happy, quote, "The things we desire really do little other than fuel further desires and teach us what greed is. In the accumulation of material things, no deep satisfaction is to be found, other than fleeting pleasure and the temporary delight of impressing others." End quote. It's worth pausing to ask ourselves, why do I desire this thing? Is it a fleeting delight that will soon give rise to yet more desires? Are we unsettling ourselves in pursuit of things that cannot offer true fulfillment? Seneca voiced a similar warning nearly 2 millennia ago in his Consolation to Helvia, quote, "Every want that springs not from any need but from vice is of a like character. However much you pile up, for it will serve not to end but to advance desire. He who keeps himself within natural limits will not feel poverty. He who exceeds them will be pursued by poverty, even amid the greatest wealth." Ultimately, the serenity that Gissing describes, the will that Epictetus champions, and the self-possession that Seneca and modern voices like Derren Brown and Mac Miller urge us toward, all stem from the same source: recognizing what is truly under our control and resisting the pull of everything that is not. The weather may rage, the world may tempt, but our inner fortress can stand firm if we build it wisely.